the dignitaries to occupy the seats on the dais. I'd like to invite them, all the dignitaries, to kindly come forward for the garlanding of the photos as well as for lighting the auspicious lamp.
दशावतानी आम्ही धरितो तुमचेच पाय दशावतानी आम्ही धरितो तुमचेच पाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुंड महाकाय हे गजवदन वक्रतुंड महाकाय वक्रतुंड महाकाय वक्रतुंड महाकाय सुखकर्ता दुःखहर्ता वार्ता विघ्नाची उर्वी पूर्वी प्रेम कृपा जयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर उदिशेंदुराची कंठी झळके माळ मुक्ता फळाची जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती हो श्री मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन मात्रे मन स्मरणे मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव हे
Secretary to kindly escort all the dignitaries on the dais. I'd also like to request IPP Jatin Sampath to kindly take his seat on the dais. Dr. Omkar, District, can you please escort our own Dr. Omkar to the dais? Sure, sir, please kindly come. There's just one seat, so that's why. Yeah. I'd like to invite our President, Vikram Naidu, to kindly review proceedings and voice welcome address.
Thank you, President-elect Shivani, dignitaries on the dais, our District Governor, Rotarian Ramesh Meher, Dr. Vidit Gupta, Chief Patron of Swami Vivekananda Medical Mission Hospital, PDG Vishwas Sahasrabodhi, Dr. Prashant Golkar, Assistant Governor Mahesh Lahuti, Immediate Past President Jatin Sampath, Honorary Secretary Jayashri, Past District Governor Dr. Satish Sude, MJF Chair Rotarian Kishore Rathi, my fellow Rotarians and spouses. A very warm welcome to one and all, the staff and doctors of Swami Vivekananda Medical Mission who are with us this morning. It gives us a lot of pleasure to have a long relationship with this renowned institution of Nagpur region. As you all know, we have gathered here to felicitate one and all who have been involved with the completion of the first global grant project of the Rotary Club of Nagpur Vision at Swami Vivekananda Medical Mission, the intensive care unit, which was continuously used during the first and second phase of COVID. As I call the meeting to order and complete my welcome address, I would also like to say very briefly that this was the first small step we have taken with your institution, sir, and with the support of our Rotary district. We have completed the project, which is of immense use for the community. Having said this, I would now request President-elect Shivani to carry forward the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Vikram. A grand project like this definitely needs lots of visualization, conception, as well as implementation to get it delivered till here. And I'd like to invite our IPP Jatin Sampal to let us know about how he went on implementing it.
Thank you, Shivani. DG Ramesh, President Vikram, and all the dignitaries. I am here also on behalf of my IDP Saurabh Nanda, where the project started. So I just remember a message on the WhatsApp group by one of our very young and dynamic Rotarians. I can't call her young, little elder than me. But Jayashree put a message in the WhatsApp group, "Kuch bada karte hain." And that was the ignition of it all. What culminates we see today? One idea can change the world. Thanks, Jayashree. That was a fantastic push you gave the Rcnv and the team that time. So, as for the timeline goes, we started working on this project somewhere in the month of March 2019, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah, March 2019. And the point was that COVID was taking over a lot of our mind space and physical space in the city. So what can we do about it was the entire question we had to answer. Great partnerships begin with great adversities. And that great adversity of COVID culminated in our partnership again with Swami Vivekananda Medical Mission. And we could, with the help of the Rotary Foundation and our Rotarians from Korea and our District 3030, help SVMM serve the society through a wonderfully conceived medical project by the team in 1920. It came to 2021, the term I was president for executing this project. A lot of groundwork and planning was laid by that time. And when you plan well, the execution becomes far easier. So thanks to Saurabh and his team, the execution for 2021 was far easier than the planning. And in the execution, thanks to Vishwas, Jayashree, Manish, and our doctors like Vikram and Sadashiv and Shandala, that we could start and deliver the equipments to SVMM as soon as possible. And let me put it this way, just in time for the second wave to begin. Inauguration at that time was out of the question because the use was of primary utility. And it had started its use in the month of January itself. And if I'm not wrong, 400 odd patients were benefited with the timely put of the COVID equipment at SVMM. A great and big project with the global grant takes a lot of time and effort from all the team members. I am truly grateful to all the club members for this lovely project we could conceive and execute. Even though the execution required a certain amount of changes because of the rate of the dollar, we could provide all the equipment to SVMM as they had required. From our club funds also we contributed, about 2.5 lakh rupees was contributed from our club funds to provide SVMM with all the equipment they had originally asked for. And I do not think but the project changed too much due to the depreciation of the dollar did. So that was about the project and what we did. And we are truly glad and humbled that this project was of use to SVMM and the society around it for its utilization. Thank you one, thank you all, thank you SVMM for the lovely partnership, and we wish to take this partnership way forward. Thanks everybody.
Thank you, IPP Jatin. Yes, it definitely was the right trip at the right time. And we being Rcnv, we just didn't stop at this global grant, but we also, there was an icing on the cake with donation of some specifically high-tech equipment and computer. And to give us more information regarding this, I'd like to invite ADG Vishwas.
Thank you. Honorable District Governor Ramesh Pair sir, other Dr. Dilip Gupta, Chairman of SUMM, other dignitaries of the dais, and friends. Before I tell you what I am supposed to, I would like to specially mention and thank this grant was conceived in the year when Rcnv Gg was the district governor, so he extended full support. So I would like to recognize his contribution. The DRFC that time was past district governor Dada Deshmukh. I would also like to thank and recognize him as well. And our international sponsor club, Rotary Club of Gyangzhou, Kyolma, the district governor there and the DRFC there. Establishing contact with them was not an easy thing because it's in South Korea and the South Korean people, they normally don't entertain mails in English. They have an interpreter who visits them only once a week. And that interpreter was down with COVID. So there are a lot of tension and anxieties and all that. But ultimately we could touch base and they gladly agreed to give DDF $8,000 US. So that was an important milestone, and that is how the whole project started and went on. And last year when Jatin was the president, it got successfully implemented. Now, besides this global grant project, there we also got donations and help from many relatives and friends in India and abroad. And those equipments have already been handed over to SUMM. And the total value of that, Jatin, is around 10 lakhs. Around 12 lakh worth of equipments have already been given. But today I am going to announce something more. A month back, I contacted my cousin Ashutosh Vaidya, who is in Bangalore. He is a big senior software engineer with who has made high positions in Microsoft, Dell, and other companies. Now he is consultant to many electronic goods firms, and one of them is Padma Vitals, and the other one of which he is director is Cardiac Design Labs. Now they requested, I requested them to extend help to SUMM, and they have donated 10 units of Padma Vitals telemetric patient monitoring system. Now each unit is costing rupees 60,000. So the total cost of this equipment comes to rupees 6 lakhs. And a set of computers needs to go with this, which is specially adapted for all these equipments. That also my cousin Ashutosh Vaidya, he has donated, and that amount was sent to RBS, and I am handing over the computer has already been bought by Dr. Omkar. I am handing you, sir, the check now. But before that, the equipment. much. All this, the computer and the equipment donated today, cost comes to 6,80,000 rupees. Thank you very much. Now friends, we would like to felicitate a few persons who were responsible for making this project successful. And I would like to specially mention names of 4 donors. One, Mr. Purushottam Agrawal of Ajanta Pharma from Mumbai. He donated a sum of 5 lakhs. Unfortunately, he has not been able to make it. He is traveling elsewhere. Oh, but he has also not come. Okay. Then the second donor is Dr. Anwar Daud from Zim Labs. Now, he also could not come. He donated rupees 2 lakhs. And 2 of our Rotarian Sarang Ogarlawar of ICAC, he donated 1 lakh rupees. And Rotarian Ranjit Singh Khurana, he donated rupees 1 lakh. Now when I talked to Sarang and Ravi, they said that they believe in helping and donating and not in felicitations, so they have not come. But we are not going to leave it to them. The mementos will be reached to them at their place. And yes, immediate past President Jatin Sampat, so in whose year the project was implemented. Jayashri Chabrani. We would also like to recognize the help rendered by the 2 stalwarts from Rcnv. This one is for Soram Kanga, the past president, in whose term the project got started. I request JSC to accept it as the governor and pass it on to Soram. And Rotarian Manish Agrawal, who is the person doing all communication on with his computer screens. JSC. Thank you very much, friends.
Now moving on in our schedule, SCMN has always been a very good humanitarian services since ages, and I'd like to invite its president, Dr. Philip Gupta sir, to kindly brief us about this institution.
Rotary District Governor Ganesh Meher, all the office bearers of Rotary Region, my very good friend Satish, all the dignitaries on the dais and on the dais, my colleagues in the Public Medical Commission. I am very much grateful to all of you for this kind help that you have given, a very timely help that could help us in treating almost more than 200, it is around, to be exact, I think 239 COVID patients during the second wave. I would also recognize the presence of Dr. Sandeep Kanjore, who is a renowned pediatric cardiac surgeon of Nagpur and has been associated with me for a very long time. Sir, this hospital, as I told you, started in 1973. It was in a cowshed that this project started. Doctors from Nagpur used to come after finishing their morning OPDs, and there was a table meant for examining the patient, a chair for the doctors. They would bring all their equipments with them, plus some sample medicines. This Varda road, which is now a 4-lane highway, was hardly a 20-feet wide road, on which hardly 8 buses used to fly throughout the day. So there were no means for the villagers around 100 villages, to go to Nagpur to seek medical treatment. So these doctors would come, conduct the OPD, immediately they would take the patient to Nagpur and hand them over to the specialists. At that time, medical college was the only place where they could take them. This is how it started. But as time went by, the needs increased. So first we started with a maternity service. Then we had a project from the British Ophthalmic Society. They had a project of prevention of night blindness. And we covered the volunteers of RSS and the doctors. We covered almost 100 villages, 100% vitamin A doses. And then the society people, they came here, they saw the premises and they said, ophthalmic hospital can very well be constructed here. And then with their help, an ophthalmic unit was started. That is how the hospital has progressed step by step, and with the help of all the people around the world. Rotary has always been helping us throughout our career now. You must have seen all the plaques and all the projects that have been helped by Rotary. So you come from Nashik. And Nashik, as I told you, nearby is my Ador. But Nashik has also a very long tradition of people who have been serving this society. And I remember one of my JC president, Karnal, Vasant Karnal, and he used to quote Kusumagraj. He used to say, Denadane Dev Jave, Denadane Ghet Jave, Denadane Geta Geta, Denadache Hath Vave. That is what we are. We are your hands, we are your arms in helping this society. This hospital has almost every facility that is available in Nagpur. We have orthopedic surgery where we do knee joint replacements, hip joint replacements, all the trauma surgery, plus arthroscopic surgeries like I showed you the patient, their cruciate ligament repair was done, and that is going on with the help of the surgeons and the doctors who come from Nagpur. They don't get money as they get in Nagpur, they get very less. But still, because of the spirit of service that is there in their hearts and which we could kindle by our examples, that is how they are associated with us. We have got obstetrics, gynae, all kinds of surgeries. We are doing neurosurgeries with the help of neuro instruments given by the society itself. During the COVID, many people have come forward and donated to this hospital. And we are really grateful to you, sir, because all this help has been helping us to help this society. Our only aim is to serve this society. There are many things are still wanting, but we are coming up with a project of 300-bedded hospital, which will cater to the needs of the people from Vidarbha, nearby Andhra, and much more part of MP. We will concentrate on neurosurgery, urology, critical care, which is not available at district hospitals, and cardiology and cardiac surgery. All this can be done only by the help from the society, because without the help from the society, nothing can come out and nothing will last. Because you invest money and you want the money back. You don't invest money, you invest good faith, and good faith will come back to you in a very large amount. That is what I really believe in. And I really again thank you all, especially Jayashree and the people from Vishwas Bhav. They have been helping us for a very long time, and this help is going to continue, I am sure. From the Rotary, all the help is again coming back to us. The projects will keep on coming, and people around the, even from Nagpur, will be served by us in a very gracious and good manner. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I'd like to invite the man who I would like to call as the organizer, facilitator, handler, and a vital link between Rcnv as well as its global with SVM, the radiologist Dr. Prashant Olkar.
Honorable DG sir, all dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, my colleagues and the executive board member of SVM and the staff members. Today morning I was just remembering the day when the team of Rcnv came in May 2020. It was all lockdown period. Everyone was scared to come. But fortunately that time no COVID patients were here, and we took around, we saw all the campus, and then finalized that the proposed global grant will be in form of ICU improvements to the place where we have inaugurated today. In the span of 8 to 9 months from May to January, there were many small issues, small hurdles, but as a team we worked, and we crossed all the roads, all hurdles, and it culminated into a very nicely built facility, and that was used before its inauguration. Friends, SVM is working since last 47 years. I am almost of that age. The legacy that has been built by the earlier generation, we are just carrying it forward. Society, foundations like Rotary, other organizations, corporates, they are helping us. Our and all other organizations' ultimate motto is to help the people. And for that, slowly we have made this hospital into a very good one. We have a team of competent, experienced doctors and more than 150 staff members who strive day in and day out to give best possible treatment in the best possible cost to the people. As has been told by our chairman sir, people from almost 150 villages, they come here for the treatment. Even from city, the people who cannot afford the costly treatment, they come to us. And we have majorly two classes. One is below poverty line, second is the lower middle class. For below poverty line, government has come up with schemes with much fanfare. But unfortunately, those schemes, they are not apt as far as the costing is concerned. We have tried many times with the government to have it rationalized, but it doesn't happen. Since 2014, everything remains same. Dialysis is paid 900 rupees, cataract is paid now 2000 rupees, squint is paid 9,000 rupees, and neurosurgery is paid 60,000 rupees. As a charity hospital, though we work in a very meager cost, manpower cost, still sometimes we find it difficult to make both ends meet. And we now seek towards individuals, towards NGOs, towards organizations to help us in bridging this gap. On an average, from our hospital, 600 to 650 patients, they get benefited from various schemes. We want to make the number double, and that is possible when we can get that small bridging gap. So we appeal from our side to all Rotarians, other clubs, even the districts, to come up with small projects of helping small surgeries. For example, pediatric surgeries.
They are very small surgeries, cost only 10,000 rupees, but they are not done in the scheme. Patient, I'll tell you, Rotary Sham is again very much associated with us. Last year we had planned 70 pediatric surgeons with them. COVID came and it stopped. Till today, almost after 1 year, not a single patient was operated on their own. They will be getting operated only when it is free, because they just can't afford it. That is the magnitude of the problem. Moreover, as Sir has said, we are coming with heart center now, and we are focusing ourselves in pediatric heart surgery. Dr. Khanjode has been kind enough to donate equipment worth lakh of rupees of his own to us. In pediatric heart surgery, again, that is our issue. The cost, actual cost, and the money that government reimburses, there is a huge difference. So, if the society comes forward to fill in that gap in the revenue, then we can go long miles together to treat more and more patients. I think that way, if we move forward together, it will be beneficial to the people in general, and it will help us to fulfill our motto of serving the people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As good cadets, we've been taught not to just stop at one, after completing one successful project, but we must keep on going, moving ahead. So I'd like to invite my almighty PDG, Dr. Suri, to come here and guide us regarding the next projects which are going to take place.
Almighty, the great architect of the universe, dignitaries on the desk, dignitaries of the desk, very good morning to all of you. देखा नहीं, हम दोनों मॉडल से एक ही बैच के, बट मेरे पास ज़्यादा सब्जेक्ट है, इसलिए ये लोगों ने मुझे बताया कि सतीश sir, will you please give some blessings and best wishes? इसको blessing देना है, मैंने समझ नहीं लिया, because this organization, my organization, the Rotary International, PG sir, आपको लगता है it requires some blessing? No, great organization. And then the organization like Swami Vivekananda Medical Mission doing such a great work for the last 47 years. I had the fortune to be associated with it from 1973 to 76. I don't think that organization also requires a blessing from this old man. Then I can go discuss blessings and best wishes. And then I thought, oh, it is the Global Grand Committee of Rotary Club of Region. And I will be happy to note that last year when Jatin was president of the club had formed a Global Grand Committee which will be working for 3 years. Because as we know, any global grant is conceived and then executed, and then the completion of that grant, it almost takes 3 years for that. And that's the reason we thought of having a global grant committee of Rcnv with the SORA as chairperson and a good number of these coordinators as a member of that team. I think they deserve the blessing. Am I correct? So it is a constant blessing maybe. I think I'll give them an Irish blessing. A very beautiful blessing. This is the may the road rise to meet you. May the wind always blow at your back. May the rain fall softly on your feet. And may the God hold you safely in His arms. And that is the Irish blessing. God, yes, the blessings are really required because this is a very critical pandemic situation that the world is facing, and God must hold every one of us safely in His arms. But then look at DG sir, look at our RI team also. RI president has also given us a Rotarian's palm holding the globe and to serve to change the lives of the world. So can this Global Grant Committee think in terms of that? And when governor said our President said, Shekhar Mehta said, he will like to have his emphasis is on the empowerment of the women, girl child and women. So we were just thinking, what are the problems ailing the women, especially of our country and the rural area? And then I replied, whenever I used to talk about peace, which is the object of the Rotary, I always say there are three P's which are detrimental to peace: poverty, parity, and population. These are the three P's which are really detrimental to peace. But when I'm talking of the empowerment of women, I saw three I's. I said, Januna, the I, but not that I, a capital I. It is inequality, it is illiteracy, and third thing, which Shantara told me, is disturbing, is an infertility. And look at it. When we went through the statistics of it, the World Organization says 1 in every 4 couples is infertile. 15% of the population of our country is having infertility in some way or other. And while I was talking to Dr. Omkar and Dilip, they gave me a projection and they said that the infertility statistics shows in 1980, 40% population, the couples were infertile. Imagine 40% in 1980, and the figure has risen in 2014 to 60% infertile couples. So every year, almost 10 million people are getting added to this bracket of infertility. And this is not only a problem faced by that couple, it's a great social problem. I know one that more, Aniti by one side of what the traumatizing sentence that is. That trauma that lady suffers is much more than the trauma, a cancer trauma can be there, or because of any disease. More than that, the trauma of infertility. The lady is once, is very, very traumatic. Socially, she is discarded. The family doesn't permit them to sit in certain functions. So it's a social problem, it's a medical problem, because these people are suffering a mental depression, emotional problem are there. And the post-COVID, these problems have increased. If you go to the statistics coming from America and UK, you will find the post-COVID, the mental depression, especially in these infertile couples, have gone up much because they are infertile and their treatment is getting stopped because of COVID. And that's the reason that we are thinking, if we go for the next global grant, Mr. Governor, sir, we are thinking that to help those ladies, especially in and around this area, and I'm sure, that you are covering almost 150 villages, I'm told. So, so much of a population of this area can be covered if we can proceed with that sort of help. It will help to lift those ladies, empower those ladies, and what my RI President wants. My RI President wants, sir, to change the lives. And what my great Swamiji used to say. Swamiji used to say the same thing. If I talk in Marathi, Swamijचं वाक्य जे आम्ही मराठीत नेहमी म्हणतो, शिवा भावे जीव सेवा. परमेश्वराला जीव सेवा आवडते. And when I was reading Swamiji, when I heard Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda used to say, बहुरूपी समय पर तुम्हारे साड़ी कोठाई खोजी सईश्वर. अरे तेरे सामने ये रूप में वो भगवान खड़ा है, कहा है कि उसको ढूंढने जा रहा है. जय जय सेवी जन, तेई तेई सेवी ईश्वर. उस जनता की तू सेवा कर, तूने भगवान की सेवा की. आज हम ये सेवा की बहुत बड़ी संस्था में बैठे हैं. हम बड़े वर्ल्ड की बड़ी सेवा भावी संस्था है. हम लोग मिलकर चाहेंगे these poor ladies को हम कुछ सेवा कर सके. इसलिए हम ये प्रोजेक्ट सोच रहे हैं. Naturally, I require cooperation from both SVMN. I require cooperation from my members of my Rcnv, which I'm sure I'm going to get. And I'm going to request on your behalf to Governor also. Governor, you can please think in terms of some global grant project. If we come out with this, I require your wishes and your blessing to our this project also. Thank you very much.
I would now request District Governor Dr. Satish today to hand over a memento to our District Governor, Rotarian Ramesh Meher. And I would also request him to hand over another memento to one of the stalwarts for the Global Grant Project, PDG Vishwas.
Thank you so much for all the blessings and the guidance, Baba. Next, it's my privilege to invite to the podium our esteemed Chief Guest of today, District Governor Ramesh Meher sir, to kindly address the gathering.
President Vikram, Club Secretary Jayashree, dignitaries on the dais, a very good morning. सतीश सर, एवढं करून कशाला सांगायचं, सरळ आज्ञा करायची. तुमची आज्ञा आम्ही कधी डावलणार नाही आणि निश्चितपणे आज संपूर्ण हॉस्पिटलचा राऊंड घेतला. आय एम व्हेरी मच इम्प्रेस्ड विथ द वर्क ऑफ विवेकानंद आरोग्य मिशन. डेफिनेटली रोटरी वुड लाईक टू वर्क विथ यू सर. आणि जी काही मदत आम्ही तुम्हाला करू शकतो तर डेफिनेटली जो क्लब जे काही ग्लोबल ग्रांटचे या हॉस्पिटलसाठी घेऊन येतील तर डेफिनेटली प्रायोरिटीने आम्ही ते पुढे करायचा प्रयत्न करू. फक्त माझी रिक्वेस्ट एवढीच राहील की युजली आपण काय करतो की वर्षाच्या शेवटी ग्लोबल ग्रांटला माझी रिक्वेस्ट आहे की सध्याची कंडिशन पाहता ताबडतोब तुम्ही जर प्रोजेक्ट पुढच्या 8-10 दिवसात जर अपलोड करू शकले तर म्हणजे आपण शक्य तितक्या लवकर हा पुरा करू. महेश इथे आहे. ईशान्यतर्फे जर पिडियाट्रिक सर्जरीचा प्रोजेक्ट तुम्ही करू शकत असाल कारण हे जर इन्फर्टिलिटीला करत असतील तर तुम्ही पिडियाट्रिक ऑपरेशनचं जर करत असाल तर डेफिनेटली आय विल सपोर्ट दॅट ऑल्सो. कारण की जरूर आहे समाज लहान मुलं आपलं फ्युचर आहे आणि त्यांना व्यवस्थित आरोग्य देणं हे आपलं कर्तव्य. तर त्या दृष्टीने निश्चितपणे दोन्ही प्रोजेक्ट्सना आम्ही 100% सपोर्ट करू. पण सर मी तुमच्याकडे आज काही मागणार आहे. मला काय हवं आहे, मला आमच्या रोटरीचा एक मोठा बोर्ड बाहेर रस्त्यावर दिसला. आम्ही तुमच्याबरोबर काम करतोय तर तो आमचा हक्क पण आहे आणि आम्हाला प्रसिद्धी म्हणून नको आहे. आम्हाला कशासाठी हवं आहे की लोकांना समजावं की अशी पण एक संस्था आहे की जी लोकांसाठी काम करते आणि ज्यांना कोणाला गरज आहे ते आम्हाला डायरेक्ट पण अप्रोच करू शकतील. आरोग्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त रोटरी बऱ्याच गोष्टीत काम करत असते आणि तिथे आम्ही समाजाच्या उपयोगी करू शकतो आणि आम्हाला समाजापर्यंत पोहोचण्यासाठी समाजातल्या सर्वसामान्य लोकांना आमचं काम करण्यासाठी आम्हाला तुमची मदत हवी आहे. आणि ज्या वेळेला पुन्हा मी नागपूरमध्ये येईल पुढच्या प्रोजेक्टसाठी आपण इथे व्हिजिट करू तर डेफिनेटली आय विल एक्सपेक्ट दॅट देअर शुड बी अ बिग बोर्ड ऑफ रोटरी विच विल बी विजिबल फ्रॉम द रोड and we will have that pride of having a Rotary board and association, our association with this hospital. So it's my humble request. Definitely आपण ती पुढे करायला अशी मला आशा आहे आणि असेच चांगले प्रोजेक्ट्स घेऊन आम्ही तुमच्यासोबत काम करू. आणि जे काही नीड असेल पिडियाट्रिक हार्ट सर्जरी ही आमचं यावर्षीचा फोकस एरिया आहे. वी आर प्लॅनिंग 121 पिडियाट्रिक हार्ट सर्जरी. सो डेफिनेटली जर तुमच्याकडे काही लहान मुलं आली किंवा स्क्रीनिंग कॅम्प करून जर काही आपण स्क्रीनिंग केलं तर डेफिनेटली वी वर्क ऑन दॅट ऑल्सो. आणि जिथे जिथे जरूर असेल तिथे तुमच्या हक्काने सांगा. आम्ही तुमच्या घरची माणसं आहोत आणि तुम्ही घरच्या माणसांना रिक्वेस्ट नसते करायची त्यांच्याकडे हक्काने मागून घ्यायचं असतं. तर डेफिनेटली आम्ही तुमच्यासोबत राहू आणि आपण चांगलं काम करू. एनजीओच्या माध्यमातूनही माझी रिक्वेस्ट काही एनजीओच्या किशोर राठी इथे ह्या पॅन्डेमिकमधून बाहेर पडण्यासाठी वॅक्सिनेशन हा एकच रस्ता आहे. तुम्ही कितीही लॉकडाऊन्स करा, काही करा, हे संपणार नाही अनलेस अँटिल मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द सोसायटी गेट वॅक्सिनेटेड, हे संपणार नाही. तर NGOच्या माध्यमातून जर आपण एक ड्राईव्ह ॲडव्होकसी फॉर वॅक्सिनेशन जर करू शकलो तर डेफिनेटली सर तुमच्या सहकार्याने नागपूरमध्ये जर हे झालं, विशेषतः कॉलेजेसमध्ये बरेच, माझं नाशिकमधलं ऑब्झर्वेशन आहे, बरेच यंग मुलं, कॉलेजमधली मुलं ही रेजिस्ट करतात वॅक्सिनेशनसाठी, पुढे येत नाही आहे. तर 18च्या पुढच्यांना अवेलेबल झालं आहे, पण बरीच कॉलेजची मुलं घेत नाही आहे. ते म्हणतात आम्हाला फायझरचंच हवं आहे, आम्हाला याचं. ऑल आर इक्वली गुड. असं काही नाही आहे की फायझरचं खूप भारी आहे आणि कोविशिल्ड किंवा कोवॅक्सिन काही करावे, असं काही नाही आहे. एक म्हणजे स्टेटस काहीतरी असं सिम्बॉल लोकांनी डोक्यात बनवून घेतलं आहे. तर ॲडव्होकसी कॉलेजेसमध्ये करणं जरुरी आहे, यंग क्लासमध्ये करणं जरुरी आहे. महिला ह्याही बऱ्याच हे करतायत की वॅक्सिन घेतल्यावर ताप येतो, मग घरात 2 दिवस काम कोण करेल. म्हणजे मी आता नाशिकमध्ये काही झोपडपट्ट्यांनी फिरलो होता वॅक्सिनेशन ॲडव्होकसी करायला. तर कॉमन उत्तर जे स्त्रियांकडून मला मिळतं की 2 दिवस वॅक्सिन घेतल्यावर शेजारच्या वेळेने घेतलं तिला ताप आला, मग माझा 2 दिवसाचा रोजगार बुडेल, मग घरात कसं चालणार. ठीक आहे, त्यांना म्हणा तुम्ही आहात तर 2 दिवसात काही फार मोठी आयुष्यात 2 दिवस काही फार मोठा काळ नसतो. तर ही ॲडव्होकसी करणं जरुरी आहे. महिलांना सक्षम करून त्यांना वॅक्सिनेशन देणं ही पण आज काळाची गरज आहे. आणि त्या दृष्टीने नागपूर एन्क्लेव्ह आणि नागपूरमधले सगळे क्लब मिळून आणि विवेकानंद मिशन जर त्यांच्यासोबत आलं तर एक चांगलं काम आपण नागपूरमध्ये निश्चितपणे करू शकू. जेव्हा जेव्हा सर तुम्हाला आमची गरज असेल तेव्हा तुम्ही म्हणजे हक्काने आम्हाला सांगा, आम्ही सदैव तुमच्यासोबत राहू. आम्हाला समाजाची सेवा करायची संधी तुम्ही दिली या ग्लोबल ग्रांटच्या माध्यमातून, त्याबद्दल लोकरीकर्ते तुमचे धन्यवाद. आणि असंच आपण एकत्र काम करत राहू. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, जय हिंद.
Respected Ramesh sir, Vicky Gupta sir, Vishwas sir, A.G. Ramesh sir, President Vikram, Dr. Omkar, IDP Jatin, PDG Satish sir, Kishore sir, all my fellow Rotarians and friends. So we at Rcnv, whenever we have an idea or a dream, collectively as a club, we transform it into a reality. And today is such day for us. I will quote what Jatin said earlier. So as a director TRM, when I had posted President Sarab, let's think something big and initiate a global grant. Immediately he wrote, Jaishi, you are a director TRM, you have the complete liberty, go ahead and do it. And he immediately sanctioned a huge corpus. What else can a director from a president, what other push a director requires by the leadership? Then, definitely sir, I will take this opportunity today to thank each and every one who was responsible to make this happen. It was very important to definitely have a big corpus apart from the club, that we go ahead and make our dream a reality. My call, I wish Ravleen was here. My call was to Ravleen, one of our members. I said, Ravleen, we are coming up with this and we need your support. Ravleen said, Jaishi, okay, I give you 50,000 rupees. I said, Ravleen, 50,000 se kya hoga? He said, Jaishi, okay.
I gave 1 lakh rupees. It was a conversation of just 2 or 3 minutes. And Ravi gave us, our own member, 1 lakh rupees. He told me that Jayashree, शिव खेरा भी इतना कन्विंस नहीं कर पाता कि जैसे तुमने 2 और 3 मिनट में कर दिया. मैंने बोला रवि आज तुमने इतना बड़ा कॉम्प्लीमेंट दिया है and I thank you so much for that. He promised me there and there that Jayashree, our club will get a huge donation, that I assure. And it was our member, Ravi, who actually made 8 to 9 lakh rupees of another donation which we required. Sir, our club is a powerhouse of PDGs, PDG Satish sir, PDG Vishwas sir, Dr. Manmohan Daga, who had already in his kitty 25 global grants which he had done. So RCNV has been blessed with such powerhouse. PDG Vishwas sir, as we know, has been the primary contact wherein we could easily then access to the international partners and things started rolling up. Sir has already informed, Jatin has already updated, Satish sir has already updated the history. Sir, बस आज ऐसा है कि एक बच्चे को कोई खिलौना नहीं मिल जाता है जो उसकी पसंद का रहता है. सर, वो ऐसी फीलिंग है आज. That's the feeling, and I really want to take this opportunity to do this. Manish and Dinesh. Dinesh definitely was there through and through with us. Manish, विश्वास सर और मैं, हम तीनों जने सर के केबिन में, विश्वास सर के केबिन में बैठ के जब अपलोड करना था, जब डॉलर में फ्लक्चुएट हुआ था, लिस्ट चेंज करनी थी, Satish sir and Manmohan sir were a great help throughout. My experience with working with this great organization, sir, has been absolutely fabulous. Dr. Prashant sir ne bataya कि the first time when we here, I still remember it is fresh. President Shivani is here. She was also there with us on that particular day. Some of us, we were here when we visited this hospital, and we were shown around, and we finalized that this is going to be our beneficiary. The amount of support, coordination, Dr. Dilip Gupta and Dr. Prashant Omkar has given us has been tremendous, absolutely tremendous, the way they have been with RCNV. It's worth mentioning, absolutely, we are so thankful to you both. The vaccination drive, definitely sir, we absolutely, like, we were humbled for that as well. The inauguration was delayed because of the COVID, sir. But the COVID facility had started much earlier when the COVID was here. And today, we are proud to make our idea, our dream into a reality, and we are looking forward to much more ahead. We thank to all our members, all the entire team, the entire support of DG Bhamre, the then members, the then executive board, everybody. The way Jatin took over immediately when the implementation was done was remarkable. The entire team, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. Our donors, they couldn't be with us, we thank them with our heart. All our past presidents who have always been mentors to us, to all the new leadership, we thank them from the bottom of our heart. I wish P.T. Saurabh Kanga was here. I wish so many of them were there today and the joy would have been tripled. But then, yes, we will compliment the joy in person to them. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here and making this day for RCNV. We assure many more milestones of service above self. Thank you so much.
music, may I request everybody to rise for the national anthem?
भारत माता की जय।